Weeb style! Another shitty mobile game no jutsu! Hey guys, from that cringy intro you can tell, it's your boy Koopa here, with another really shitty mobile game. I'm kidding, but yeah, to start off the new year, even though technically the Bleach one hasn't been uploaded at the time of recording this, but yet it was recorded before the new year, but it'll probably be up before this, and video uploading, funny thing. But to start off the recording of the new year, I have brought up this mobile game that I've hinted at various times before. This is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Blazing, because with the Naruto Shippuden series we have to have the longest titles known to man, like Ultimate Ninja Storm, Revolution Generations, or whatever you call it. But this is the one of the Naruto mobile games. I know there's another one that just came out, but I know like nothing on it. But today I just wanted to kind of go through the mindset of a casual, I guess you could say, player of this game, because I know a lot of people go like really deep, get dupes of all the units, get like the best possible synergies from different teams. But I'm not all good at that. I just want something to collect a bunch of characters I like and just sit down with a couple of minutes and waste some time. And that's the view that I'm going to be giving as a player of this game today, not so much a hardcore, but more of a casual. And why there's certain things it does right and certain things it doesn't do right. So I'll mention that as we go along in the video, and excuse me that you see my mouse right here, because again I have this on the emulator, not simulator, because it played terribly on my pad, but it actually plays perfectly fine on the emulator, which is great. It doesn't crash like 24/7 like Bleach does. But before I get into the nitty-gritty of what this game has to offer, let's just go into how it plays. So we'll go ahead and do the Zabuza emergency mission. Why not? And let's do the B rank on it. Sure, whatever. Just something nice and simple to play. Doesn't have to worry too much about like losing or whatever. And see, this is what I mean. There's people who really play this game and have to look at ultimated Sage of Six Paths Sasuke. You know that guy's a whale. So we'll go with Senpai. We'll hope he notices me. We'll go with this Naruto, because the reason I've been playing this game again, and it's not because of this Geto Akatsuki team you see here, I've got that working in progress, it's actually because it's not that team either. It was on the left, wasn't it? I'm so stupid. Is this top row right here. I actually, for whatever reason, unbeknownst to me, and knowing my luck, I secured this really, really broken Sakura. And a unit like this is definitely a more casual player's dream who wants to grind up like the summoning materials to get new units, because she's a really broken healer. And I'll just explain what I mean by that. Let's look down here at her jutsu. It gives you a 90% chance of jutsu sealing and mobilization resistance for 3 turns. Great. But she restores 2,500 of her own health for 2 turns. Mwah. Beautiful. Not to mention I gave her 1 dupe stone that I have, so she gets 250 health every other turn. Every turn. She restores 250 to 300 health while she's on the field. She's just gonna be providing so much health, and that helps a lot. So just gonna use up a couple of stamina, not as much as it normally is, because Ultimate Blazing's got like a campaign where you don't use as much stamina for stuff, so that's how I've been able to like rank up and things like that, and just overall having fun with this team. And so here's the basic layout of it. You got your little chibi sprites up here, and you pretty much just drag your unit around. This little circle that's around them is their area of attack. You just drag them down here, and then they attack for you. And then of course, like in Bleach, it has pretty much the same type structure. Red beats green, green beats blue, and then the yellow and purple ones interchange with each other. You also can click the little icon here once to do a regular ninjutsu, and then you click it twice when they have enough chakra to get their ultimate. They get 1 piece of chakra for each turn. If you don't feel like, having to have to pick what to do and just want to like grind while doing another mobile game or something else completely, you can just pick the ×2 button right here in auto, and they'll just do it for you. They won't use ultimates though, so if you're doing a particularly like hard-ish event where you're gonna need them to use the jutsus on the boss, that's when you'll want to come in and swipe up. But yeah, look at that. I took a bit of damage, but thanks to Sakura's like healing ability plus the field moving and everything, she heals that right back up. 2,500. That's like for 2 turns. That's about like half of my health healing. So this Sakura, even though she was a very shafted character in the series, she's fantastic for the type of player I am, who just wants to, you know, grind up as much orbs as they can to do a lot of filler summonings. That way they can like get the units they want, and that is great for me. So I'll probably be playing this game a little bit more. I mean, not so much as the current mobile games I have going on right now, and I'll get into reasons for that why. But look, as we can see here in a moment, hopefully, yeah, healed all that right back up. It's great. It's fantastic, this unit, though. I will admit, this is my second account on it. I had an account way back when, but that was getting super shafted in terms of the summons. I mean, no healer to work with whatsoever, and I actually hit a roadblock on a story because it was too hard for me. Because I didn't really have any type of healing unit that would work out. I know you start off with like a free Sakura when you play the game, but her healing isn't like that great. I mean, she's free, of course it's not going to be great. I'm going to turn off the auto here. That way we can show you the different things. For example, here, I'm going to go ahead and just going to click Naruto once for his regular jutsu. We're just going to have him do his little planetary Rasengan thing. I could do the ultimate, but I'm going to show that off with Sakura instead. So that's what happens when you click once. You only use 1 bar, and you can use that ninjutsu again. So if you stack up like how Sakura visited with the red, you can use it twice. And we're going to go ahead and click her twice, and we're going to see her little cutscene ultimate, and see how they rip this little thing straight from the story mode cutscene. Yeah! Reusing resources! Yay! But of course, it's a mobile game. They're not going to make like super brand new cutscenes and resources just for it. If you have the material to take from other games, you might as well use it. And we'll just finish it off here with Sasuke's Planetary Devastation, which is his down combo from Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, as you can see in the cutscene. But it's so good, they made it act like it was an ultimate attack. But that's pretty much the gameplay. Just really a drag kind of strategic sort of game, but not too strategic to where you're gonna hurt your brain or nothing. But it's a nice distraction and something that you can play on the side. This account can much more so. And as you can see, there's like a little luck stat involved where you can get multiple cards, and you can actually get drops of some pretty good free-to-play cards. And that is one thing I will admit that Ultimate Ninja Blazing does rather well. And the amount of free-to-play units you can get, sure, they're not going to be as great as summonable units, but at least they're usable. They're pretty alright, unlike Dokkan's free-to-play stuff, which is you would never use. But at least for here, a lot of the free units you would consider running, because there's a lot of really good options. Just to kind of throw it out there, what we've got in terms of units on the rotation today for these mission drops. We got that Edo Zabuza, we got this other Miss Ninja guy, we got Edo Asuma, we've got Gaara's dad, and then we got Kaguya, who's I'm surprised wasn't a summonable unit. But they actually have her as one that you can get from these, though right now that mission's still a little bit hard for me to do, but maybe one day I'll get to it. We don't know. So that's pretty much it for the gameplay. Hopefully I'm not stumbling over my words or spacing out too much, so let's go over what you can do. So first of all, there's the story mode. Story mode is pretty simple. You just go through the Naruto storyline. I don't know how much they've gotten up to at this point, mainly because on this account I've just gotten back to where I was on my first account that hit that roadblock. Because like I said, the story mode gets a little bit challenging even on normal mode, at a certain point. If you don't really have like good healing units or good range attackers, which my first account was missing because I really wasn't getting those good pulls. But on this one, I was able to pull the really broken Sasuke. I was able to pull a really broken Sakura. I was able to pull Sasori 3 times, so he's like duped out, decked out, and really strong. So that this account has way more room to grow because of those units, and that, in a way, it's kind of a bad thing that that's a thing, but you know, you can always re-roll if you don't get the best of stuff, or wait for a certain banner with all the broken units to come out. It's kind of like Dokkan in a way, I suppose. I just got fortunate that, you know, with my first one, I re-rolled to a point, so I guess that's mostly a fault on a lot of gachas that work like that. So that's not necessarily a Naruto exclusive thing, though in comparison to like Bleach, Brave Souls, you can pretty much just pull 1 5-star, and I feel like that can get you through a good majority of the story mode, no matter what, like, 5-star it is. But, and then also you have what a lot of other mobile games don't really have, a mode called Ninja World Clash. Now, I haven't dived into this, but this is the PvP. Characters have different stats and different attributes and can be totally monsters in PvP versus PvE, but you can go on here, fight it out, get some like Clash coins, get some units from that. Again, I don't know a lot about it because that's something I don't really dive into. I might dive into it sometime soon, but it's not really nothing that intrigues me. I'm not a very confrontational PvP kind of person. And as you saw, the emergency missions where you can get like ramen, the power of your characters, scrolls to level up your characters, the different star ratings, the emergency missions like the Zabuza one I just did, which lets you get a card drop if you're lucky to get it, and you have new units to go in that way. And then we also have trial missions, which for certain characters, like the Sasori I have, for example, they can limit break past level 100, so they can get to like a level 150, I think. So you can do these missions, limit break all of those characters, and they'll overall just be better and more efficient units. This mostly applies to the older units that are getting kind of outclassed by the newer ones, like the Sakura, so it makes those units rather viable, and I like that. And also, even though it's not in the English version of Dokkan, the Japanese version kind of has something going on where they're making older cards more powerful and more relevant. Though one thing I'll mention that Ultimate Ninja Blazing has going for it, it's on par with the Japanese version. The Sakura I have right now was just released in the Japanese version, and the units that are summonable right now are summonable in the Japanese version. So unlike Dokkan, that's 6 months behind, this is on par with it. You're getting the same stuff, though at the same time you might be surprised with what banner comes out and you won't have any means to prepare if you're free to play with your summoning summons or whatever. Other modes that come here and so often are Phantom Castle. This is one mode I really like because it's more passive player versus player if you want to go at. The AI takes control of like a team generated from some box online, and you fight it and you go up the tower, you get rewards, yada yada yada. There's Ninja Road, which is out right now. I'm not the biggest fan of Ninja Road because it takes a really long time to beat. There's like 20 stages, you go through 20 stages with like 3 teams of your most powerful dudes, and you try to beat it all the way through. I did this once, I almost got there, I failed on stage 19. So that was a whole waste of time, and you can't like continue off from another stage. Granted, I only set up 1 team, I didn't set up the full 3. So if I set up the full 3, I probably would have been okay. There's also co-opable multiplayer, which can get you some ninja pearls, but it won't get you too much. You'll get up to 100, and then after that it's done. And then mostly, this is another problem I kind of find, if you just want to join people in the story mode for the pearls, let's just hop in just as an example. As you're about to see, everybody is just doing Battleground Giant Boss Rush. Or these really hard raid missions. There's only like 1 person here who is doing a story mode mission. just that anyone casually can join, but everyone is super serious, like 99 luck, full duped out, only blue units, please. And that's, I wish you could sort this out by, like, what mode, like sort it by story or sort it by emergency. But, and this is a struggle trying to find people to play online with to get those extra ninja pearls, is because of stuff like that. And then just to backpedal real quick, because I mentioned that you start off with a Sakura. Let me find that Sakura real quick, and just to show off my little free-to-play box. I guess I picked the wrong thing. Professional. Haha! I did it. Wasting all your guys' time. I'm sorry. But yeah, where is she? I'm blind. The Sakura Air. This is the one you start out with. Now, you could have gotten this to 99 luck, but fortunately I kind of messed up and I only got her to 63. But yeah, she only like restores 1,700, and I guess that's okay, but it's like, I don't know, it's not as broken as like the other Sakura. Of course, again, it's free to play, so, you know, maybe I was just doing something wrong. If you guys in the comments were like, oh, I'm free to play, I didn't have a healer, and this Sakura did me just fine for all the story mode, you can tell me, but I just felt like I was struggling with the units I had. Granted, I don't think I was trying out that Sakura on the team in particular, but just because I wasn't never really that motivated to use her, because I think in that account, I only got the bare minimum. At least with her, I got her luck somewhere up, so I casually use her for getting some sort of ninja pearls in the story mode. Speaking of which, let's backpedal in the story mode again real quick. And let me tell you something that is another kind of off-put for this game in terms of pearl grinding. So, with Dokkan, just to explain how the free Dragon Stones work there. For each story mission you completed, you get a single Dragon Stone. No matter what mission, if you do it on different difficulties, you get a single Dragon Stone per different difficulty. And then when you complete all of a said difficulty, you get 2. Here they do it a little bit different. You get 5 when you complete a story segment. Now granted, sometimes that's okay. Like for example, for stage 1, you're only doing 4 missions, you get 5 there. Cool. But then you run into the problem where it's like stage 10. You're doing, well, that stage 10's not that bad. You're doing 6 missions and then you get 5. But I think there was one on here. Was it the Destruction of the Leaf that was a little bit ridiculous? Yeah, 15 stages and you only get 5 ninja pearls, whereas if this was Dokkan, you would get 1 per each go. That to me is a little bit of waste of time and a little bit of a myth, because each summon costs, you know, 5 ninja pearls. And with how much of a struggle it was to complete the story mode on my previous account, it was kind of a bummer to grind all those stones and then get nothing. And we will get to the summons and what I don't like about them in a minute, because I'm actually at the end of this video going to hit you all with a summoning. So probably the only summoning I'm going to be able to do on this game. It probably is not that smart for me to do this particular summoning, but I'm going to do it anyway just because I want the card. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of this card that I'm going to be summoning for in a minute, but I kind of like the art on him when you awaken him fully, so that's kind of why I want him. But to me, it would be much better if you get 1 ninja pearl per stage, but you technically do, but it's a little far-fetched, and by that I mean if you complete all of the drops per stage, you get 1 ninja point each stage. Now the problem with that is you could be grinding a stage over and over and over and over again, and that one item might not drop, especially if it's like a rare character one. Like, I think there was like a mission on here somewhere, whereas like there was a chance of like an Eno spawning. It took me, I don't know, like 50 goes before that Eno finally spawned, and I was able to get that 1 ninja pearl. All that effort just for a single ninja pearl, just for me to still get pretty much trash anyway. So that's an example. You also have like hard mode that you can do, and you still get like the different wards per. So I mean, if you grind it out, you can claim a bit, but again, it's a lot more effort than how Dokkan presents it. And it's a little bit on the aggravating / meh side to go and do that. Not to mention the login bonuses weren't ever that great on Naruto. Though, the exception was with the New Year, they was giving out 10 to 5 for each login, so that's how I was even able to get to 80 here. But even then, I'm only going to be doing 2 multis. There's also a shop where you can, buy miscellaneous things. You can actually buy Ninja Pearls with money, but I only have one game that I spend money on, and even then, it's in timeout until a certain banner comes out with how that treated me. How did it treat me exactly? Well, you guys will see soon enough. Probably, I don't think it'll be up before this video either, because I'm still very mad at it, but again, we'll get to that when we get to that. And then, let's now get to, I guess, the main attraction, the end of this video, the summons. Now, there are things I like about these summonings, and there are things that I dislike about these summonings. So let's just start off with the things I like about these summonings. A lot of times, how these work, I don't think this is the one I wanted, never mind. Maybe it was this one. Yes, it was this one. So, there's like discounted summon steps. You get coins towards that shop that I showed you where you can buy a 5-star unit of your choice. Granted, it's from a list, but that's better than Dokkan ever did. And when you get to the 9th one, if you've really saved up your pearls, / you've bought some on the side, however you want to do it, and you're determined to get this particular featured character, 9th summon, you get them. No ifs, ands, or buts, no matter how much luck was screwing you, you get Madara. That's great. I really wish Dokkan would have done something like that with LR Goku Black. Hey, you put all this effort into trying to get him, you wasted all of the stones, you still didn't get him. Here's a pity one on us. Granted, Dokkan's been going kind of in the right direction. As you saw the joke, I about called him Go Janimba. God, sometimes I get so tongue-tied, I'm sorry guys. But, as you saw with the Gogeta and Janemba one, there was a guaranteed featured SSR if you did certain steps towards it, and even with the Ultra Instinct Goku summons, there was tickets where you can get a guaranteed SSR, though granted it's not featured half the time, or in my case, 80% of the time. Anyway. But I think that's really all to address. Again, I said I had a lot that was off with this game, but really it's... really when I'm thinking about it, I haven't really said much, have I? Though I'm about to say my last point here. But again, to reiterate, I just feel like the grind for a casual player, if you don't have the right units, and I guess this is with every game, it's not really enticing, and it doesn't really feel rewarding. The amount of hours you put into the game to not get as much, whereas comparison to like Dokkan, the story mode gives you 1 per each, and it's not that much stamina cost. Bleach Brave Souls, you get 5 Spirit Orbs per grow. Granted, summonings on those are like 25 per one character, but still they make up for that. Even if you get trash characters, if you level them up all the way, they give you some Spirit Orbs back, so that kind of buffers it out, and it makes the only annoying thing to me about grinding in Bleach is it wants to crash on the emulator the whole time. Fire Emblem, they do all sorts of different events, and their login bonuses are really good. Like, I'm sitting on 50 summoning orbs again on that game, so I really don't have a problem with Fire Emblem and how they handle that kind of like free grind, so that's good to me. I'm trying to think of some other games that do it. Kingdom Hearts, they have daily missions for those jewels. Fantastic, can't complain about that. That's really about it. Again, it's a fun game to just casually play, but I feel like how I did with Dokkan, you really need to find the time to get a certain unit / broken healer to help you kind of cruise through the different story modes to get more pearls if you're kind of a collectaholic like me. But if you're like super serious in the game and wailing out, of course, that's not going to matter any to you. So I've been staring at this summoning thing for a while now. Don't want to bore you guys too long with just my minor complaints about really only one thing, because the gameplay is perfectly fine, but I just feel like the grind for free-to-play is a little bit more demanding than it, you know, gives you rewarded for it, if you get what I mean. But, so this banner is Ultimate Blaze and Ultimate Blazing Bash banner. There's two different types, Ultimate Blazing Fest and Bash. Fest is PvE, Bash is just newly introduced, where these are more PvP type characters. And for free-to-play, I wouldn't really recommend on summoning on these. In fact, I really shouldn't myself, but I still want to do it for you guys, just to probably more than likely show off one point that I don't like about this game. And, you know, if it doesn't show up, though, I bet it will. I'll explain a little bit later. So the unit I'm going through here, even though he's not my favorite, that Naruto is actually second prize, but the first prize, of course, is the featured Madara. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Madara. I don't really care for him, but his Awakening card art, I love to death. That and I need more green units. The only green unit I really have on this account that's kind of helping me through is Sasori. I don't really have anybody else. That's why that Naruto's second prize, because he's a green unit. As you can see right there, green, or I think it was skill is what it was called. But I have enough for 2 of the discount multis here, because each of these are 40. So we're just going to go into these 2 real quick and see what we get. We might as well not delay the inevitable and watch. Naruto will also give me exactly what I want now that I'm recording it and still be better than Dokkan. But we've stalled enough. Let's go into the summoning. Alright, here we go. Let's get that trash, guys. Oh man, can you feel the suspensefulness of that trash? Alright, let's do it. Rushing. Just do it. Rasengan. Now, as you can see, it just started with Naruto itself. Normally with this summoning animation, you want to see Sasuke coming right away, because your odds are better if he does. Though he's still coming in here, so there might be something alright happening. We'll see. If Sakura comes in, it's a guaranteed gold. She didn't come in, but we still got 4. Wow, okay. Of course, while I'm recording, I get a bunch, but that might not necessarily mean anything, as you're about to see right now.
You Uchiha are the strongest ninja. No one can stop us.
We got the Madara on the first go. Are you kidding me? Well, I do one summon. I talk about how bad it is, and I get the unit I want on the very first card. Are you kidding me? Why can't Dokkan be like this? Really, Naruto? Really? Well, you know, I guess I'm gonna hang on to those other 40 pearls. Sorry guys, I said I was gonna do 2, but I got the guy I wanted. So I guess I'm just gonna hang on to those for another banner. People who play this game seriously are probably really hating me right now. It's like, that could have been my Madara. You don't even play this game seriously. You said you wouldn't even use it for PvP. He's a waste. You know? Well, this was a successful video, and it wasn't even a summoning. But let's see what else we got here. Another new unit. Ooh, I had that on my old account. I didn't have it on this one. This is already the best multi I've ever done in this game. I'll take that, May. Awesome. I got her back. Cool. Okay, let's see the third one. This is what this is what I meant. Okay. So, this is another thing I have a problem with in this game. Now, as you can see, I was very hyped about the Madara and the May, because those are legit 5 stars that can turn into 6. However, there's a time where you'll see gold, but you'll get this. And what this is a silver card awakened into a gold card. This is what we like to call in the business a fake gold. You've really only just gotten trash, though at this point I can't complain about him because I've already got the May that I'm really stoked about and the Madara that I really wanted. First multi, first card, I still can't get over that. But yeah, and this is what makes the grind not worth it. You spend all that time, you get enough of that discounted multi, you go in, you have Naruto and Sasuke do their thing, Sakura comes in, you're guaranteed 1. There's that 1 gold. It's at the very end. You're hoping, you're praying. It's that featured unit you want so bad. And then it's Jiroba. a silver card awakened into a gold. He's fake. You're never going to use him. He's useless. You feel defeated after that. At least with Dokkan, granted, there's unfeatured SSRs, but they're still SSRs at the end of the day. Some more trash than others. But at least they're, you know, they're real. And granted, in this game, there are, you know, legit 5 stars that are not as good as some of the other ones, but at least, again, those are real units that can go into 6 stars. These guys are just awakened for you. That's why it's not great to see these. Okay, I'm trying to click. Why isn't it not clicking back to the multi? There we go. And our third and final gold, again, is another fake. But you know what? That could have been the really awesome multi with, like, you know, a bunch of like real golds. But this is what I mean. You see, those 2 are really just silvers. Granted, I got 2 that were real, the one that I wanted, and then the other one that was a pretty good addition because I had her before on my old account, and now I have her back, which is fantastic. But if you get nothing but those, it's like, man, that grind was worth nothing. Granted, you can say the same thing on Dokkan, where you get what you don't want, but then again, with those like SSRs that are unfeatured, you might be able to find a use for them somehow, whether it be like on your team, or bump the SA of another card, etc., etc. You can't really use these 2 fake Tayuya and Jirobo for anything. You're not gonna use them. They were just silvers upped to gold, and that's really terrible. I almost feel like it's like, man, should I just dip into the Hashirama one to see if I dip into the Hashirama one? But I think that was the peak point of my luck, guys. I'm not gonna push it. I think I'm gonna hang on to these 40, and then who knows? Maybe there'll be a great like broken Blazing Fest banner where the Kakashi that was alongside the Sakura comes back, and I have another chance at him, or maybe I have another chance at the Naruto. You know, you never know. So I guess I'm gonna take off that itching summoning finger of mine and just graciously thank the game for giving me the Madara I wanted and just move along with my life. So again, wow. Why can't my Dokkan videos be like that, where I just go in, do one, get what I want, and I'm out? I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I'm pumped. I feel good, but it's like, man, out of all the trash I was talking, maybe I just need to talk real trash at the beginning about Dokkan and its flaws on my next video, and then maybe I'll get that new rosé, like, first shot, who knows. But alright guys, so again, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Blazing, you can download it from Google Play or iTunes. Still, it's a really fun game to pass the time. I would say if you're just playing it casually, you know, just try to find a time where there's good units to offer on the banner and they're giving a lot of pearls, and go in then, instead of, like, say, going in right now. I really don't think going in right now would be a good time. Though, if I had done this before where the Sakura and Kakashi were a thing, I would have said then would have been a really good time to go in. But for now, it's not really. If you're already playing the game, or if you're putting money into it, are you having a great time with it? Am I full of crap for saying that it's not really too free-to-play friendly unless you get certain units you want? Leave your comments and feedback about the game down below. I'm just saying it's not one of my main games, even though maybe I should make it now that I got the Madara, just to appease people. Though I've heard that in terms of those two, the Hashirama was better than the Madara anyway. So maybe I would have been more jealous if you know, I got that Hashirama instead. Who knows? But it doesn't matter, because I don't even have the really good broken Madara. There's a Heart Madara that's way better than that one. So, you know, whatever. Again, I just wanted him for the art. And just to have another good green unit, which I have now, so... Ugh. Sorry, I had to rub my face in disbelief. I still can't believe that happened. But, again, guys, just wanted to give just another casual review on the game. Oh, and I just realized that there's ninja trials, which you can go in and collect daily rewards for doing story and quests and stuff. Sometimes there's ninja pearls in there. That's how I was able to get a couple more, because there was some for, like, completing the Zabuza missions a couple of times and whatever. So there's that. I forgot to mention that. That feels really weird, just tacking that on in the end, even though I forgot about it. But the rewards are, like, so minor sometimes. It's like, of course I'd forget about it. But, I guess, yeah, I'm going to be playing this game a lot more. Just grind up again. Maybe, who knows, they'll put a broken version of, Kinshiki and Momoshiki as a playable character in this game. And I'll go ham for them since, you know, CyberConnect 2 said, hey, you can't play as those guys. I'm sorry. Screw you. They need to start introducing movie stuff into this, because I know Bleach Brave Souls just did that with memories of Nobody Summons way back when. But now I'm getting off topic. I'm just ranting in joy because I actually got the Madara, but it's still like a miffed feeling. Like, first card, first multi. Wow, I planned on doing 2. Gosh. Again, if only this was Dokkan, this would have been so much better, dude. I really wish that this kind of luck would transfer the Dokkan for real. That's the game I put money into. Give me the luck on that game. Come on, luck gods, for real. But alright. I'm done here, guys. Still in disbelief. Still don't have an outro, despite anything, so I guess instead I'll just end it awkwardly by zooming up on the soccer and shouting, "Shandalo!"